man who became a monster.
Dig this. Dig this.
Man, a man can't do nothing no more.
Dig. Dig.
Right, good evening, folks. I'm going to try and make it quick because I've left it kind of late in the day. The sun's going down. It's getting kind of dark. Right, this is sort of an extension of my last video where I asked if I'm strange, because that question will come up somewhere along the line. Anyway, so as per usual, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and as per usual, I'm reacting to what I've seen. Now, a question that came to mind, I'm not actually reacting to any specific videos right now, but I was just walking down the road a little while ago, and I was thinking to myself about what's the word I'm looking for? Amongst a lot of men on YouTube, I'm only going by what I hear and what I see, right? So the impression I get from a lot of men on YouTube, there is a great aspiration to obtain a hot chick, quote unquote. My definition of hot is what the general public deems as hot. Your 8, 9s and 10s, right? Bad B, classically good looking chick. As I've said in numerous videos, especially my last one, though I find those women very attractive, I have never been naturally attracted to them, and I have no judgment or no problem if that's your thing. You do you, as the saying goes. Something I want to make clear before I ask my initial question. One, I'm not making no indirect insults at anybody. I'm not being passive aggressive. I'm not being bitter in any sort of resentful in any sort of way, because I have to say that because I'm going to address the haters at the end of this video. Right. So my question is, when it comes to your traditional hot chick, bad B, whatever you want to term them as, the question that I have to ask, and maybe they could ask this, but is, are they actually capable of loving a man in the traditional sense of loving somebody? Yes, I would imagine they love what a man of their choice brings to their table, i.e. money and lifestyle. No doubt about that. They love that 100%, and they've made it clear in the videos, and multiple videos I've watched, because the impression I get with a lot of these beautiful women, a man is just basically a route to paying utility bills. That's the function. That's the impression they have given me, is the value of a man, or the purpose of a man in their life, is only what can a man do for them as such. So because I ask this question, because if you're a person that's used to having your own way all the time, you've been spoilt by having the doors open to you constantly, and as a result, you haven't had to make much effort to open doors, because you are enjoying pretty privilege. So the question is, I said to myself, do they actually? It must be possible for some of them, but I kind of asked myself, well, can they actually love a man in the same way an average chick could love a man? Like, I'll give you an example. In all the years I've lived and all the videos I've watched, when the beautiful women has been interviewed, I have never heard them once say, oh, I was with a guy and I really miss him. I really loved him. I loved him so. And my life felt so empty without him. Or if, say, I don't know, a beautiful woman's lost a partner or a husband or whatever in death, I've never heard them say, oh, I met a once in a lifetime person. Someone like him doesn't come around twice in a life. Now, your average and even below average, I've heard them speak this way. And some of you may find it hard to believe because, anyway, I'm not going to go into myself too tough. But you know, even me, according to some of the opinions of you guys, I've had and I still have women who are very much into me. You know, they send me messages. They do the kind of chasing. Not kind of. They do the damn chasing. End of, right? And I've had this not just presently, but I've had this in the past. So, and they are not. They are not. I mean, as I've stated in the previous video, I'm a range. You know, I go for the cute average chick sort of thing. So I come back to my question. Do hot women actually love men? Not talk about the trappings, not talk about what men brings, but do they actually come across a guy that they actually into and actually fall in love with? Because I've never heard those words come out of a hot chick's mouth. Now, coming to you haters now. My answer for you in advance. So I'm going to save you some finger energy. For those of you who would say, oh, well, a guy like you couldn't get a hot chick anyway. If you can't be bothered to watch my last video, Am I Strange? I'll say it again. Though I find those women attractive, I've never been attracted to them. So I don't really care whether I have one or not. It is no big deal to me. Like I said in a previous video, when you see a top of the range sports car like a Ferrari or Lamborghini or a Maserati, there's there's two sets of reactions. Reaction number one is either, oh, I really want a car like that. I wish I had a car like that, or I'm going to buy a car like that. Reaction number two is, oh, that's a beautiful car. Okay. Now, where was I? What was I thinking about before I saw that car? I'm the second person, you know? So, and the question I have for you haters, right? Let's just say I came into millions this time next year, right? And I were to get what you deem as a hot chick. Okay, apart from an ego boost to impress total strangers, which I personally don't give a shit about, apart from an ego boost, what do I actually gain? How is my life actually better by having this hot chick by my side? What have I actually gained? I can see what she would gain from me being in her life with my millions. But what do I gain as an equal payoff? What do I gain? And don't tell me pussy, because I've got plenty of receipts to show that I can get pussy. So I'm not even gonna bother go there. Anyway, speaking of making millions, I may not be on YouTube for a little while because I've got a business venture I'm want to sort of concentrate on doing. So you may not see me that often. So there we are. But I'm not saying I'm gone for good, but I've got to focus on a business venture that I want to get up and running this year. Okay, so if you're a beautiful woman, it'd be really good if you could answer the question. I know, you know, one swan does not make a, has the saying, one swallow does not make us. I can't. In other words, you can't judge one person, a few people's actions by the whole group of people. But I would still like to hear the answer to the question, because I've watched Fresh and Fit. I've watched Kevin Samuels. I've watched numerous black pill, red pill videos, and when the women are interviewed or whatever, I've just never. They talk about the advantages they can have by being with a high value man or a man with money, but I never hear them talk about the emotional in terms of the connection they would have with that a man. Forget that man, just a man. I've just never heard that. So I just wonder, are they capable? Is it even on their shopping list to actually have an emotional connection with a man? And like I said, this is not a indirect. I'm not being passive aggressive. It's a genuine, straight up question, because I've never heard them, or I've never they never seem like, I've never, scrub that. I've seen hot chicks as a couple. Yeah, I've seen them numerous times. Whether they're in love with that man, that's something I assume they are in love with a man. I'm sure they would tell me that they are. But I don't know whether take away whatever he has to bring to the table, I don't know if that would be the case. You see where I'm going with this? But it's just a genuine question, okay? So thank you very much. It's getting dark. The sun's properly going down now, so I got to go because otherwise, if I stay on too long, all you're going to see is teeth in my eyes. Okay, folks. All right. Have a good evening, whatever you're doing. Okay, bye.